Fruits often get a bad reputation when it comes to diabetes, but could they actually be a secret weapon in your health journey? The truth is, the right fruits, when chosen wisely, can offer incredible benefits. But how do you know which ones are safe and which ones might spike your blood sugar? The key lies in understanding what is inside a fruit. In this video, we have talked about 6 best fruits for diabetics and 4 worst fruits for diabetics. But hold on, because we have come up with solutions to help you enjoy these worst fruits, and you won't need to worry about diabetes. By doing this, you can make any fruit diabetes friendly. Curious to find out how fruits can be helpful in managing diabetes? Let's begin with the 6 best fruits for diabetes. Number 1, guava. Guava's low glycemic index makes it a great choice for diabetics. It has roughly 9 calories per ounce, packed with about 1.6 g of fiber, which helps manage blood sugar by slowing down sugar absorption. Guava's carbs include a mix of simple and complex carbs, making it a balanced fruit for glucose control. It is also rich in vitamin C, potassium, and folate, which support immune function, heart health, and regulate blood pressure, all essential for diabetics. Along with antioxidants like flavonoids and carotenoids, guava helps enhance insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and improve overall health. Research has even shown that guava leaf extracts could help lower blood sugar levels, making it an ideal addition to a diabetic's diet. The ideal portion size for a diabetic is about 1/4 to $1.2 of a medium-sized guava, and consuming it raw or in smoothies maximizes its benefits. Varieties of guava include pink, white, and red flesh types, with the pink variety having the highest antioxidant content. In terms of seasonality, guava is typically in season from late summer to early fall, but can be found year-round in many places. Guava aids in weight management, digestion, and gut health due to its high fiber content, which also promotes satiety and prevents ting. As for side effects, while guava is generally safe, it is important to consult with a healthcare provider if you're on medication, especially since the fruit's high vitamin C content could interact with certain drugs. Guava is also quite sustainable, as it grows in tropical climates with a low environmental impact compared to other fruits. Historically, guava has been used in traditional medicine to manage diabetes, not only to regulate blood sugar, but also to improve liver and kidney health. This fruit's versatility in both nutrition and health benefits makes it an excellent choice for anyone managing diabetes. 2, avocado. There's a misconception that avocado is high in fat and therefore unsuitable for diabetics, but in reality its healthy fats and low glycemic index make it an ideal choice. 1 oz of avocado contains about 45 calories, 2 grams of fiber, 1 gram of protein, and 4 grams of fat with only 1 gram of carbs. The majority of the fat is healthy monounsaturated fat, which helps regulate blood sugar levels. Its glycemic index is very low, around 15, which means it has minimal impact on blood sugar levels. Avocados are rich in essential nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin E, which help manage blood pressure, improve heart health, and support overall well-being. Antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin in avocados help with insulin sensitivity, blood sugar regulation, and reducing oxidative stress. Research has shown that eating avocados regularly can improve lipid profiles and lower blood sugar levels, making them a great addition to diabetes management. For diabetics, an appropriate portion size is about 1/4 to 1/2 of an avocado, and it is best consumed raw or added to salads, sandwiches, or smoothies to maximize its health benefits. Avocado varieties include Hass, FTE, and bacon, with Hass being the most nutrient-dense. Avocados are available year-round, with peak seasonality in the winter to early spring. As for gut health, avocado's fiber content aids digestion, promotes a healthy gut, and supports weight management by increasing feelings of fullness. There are very few side effects, but it is always a good idea to check with a healthcare provider, especially if you're on medication that may interact with avocado. Avocados are relatively sustainable, requiring less water than many other fruits, and are used in traditional medicine to support heart health, reduce inflammation, and manage diabetes. 3. Blackberries. There's a misconception that blackberries being sweet can spike blood sugar levels, but they actually have a very low glycemic index, GI of 25, which is excellent for diabetics as it has minimal impact on blood sugar. 1 ounce, about 28 grams, of blackberries contains approximately 43 calories, 1 gram of protein, 2.5 gram of fiber, and 10 gram of carbohydrates, most of which are complex carbs that help stabilize blood sugar. The fruit is also rich in essential nutrients like 21 millimoles of vitamin C, 14 micrograms of vitamin K, and 0.7 millimolar of iron, which aid in immune function, bone health, and overall well-being. Blackberries contain antioxidants such as anthocyanins and ellagic acid, which have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, regulate blood sugar, and reduce inflammation. Research indicates that consuming blackberries regularly can aid in blood sugar control, cardiovascular health, and overall diabetes management. For diabetics, an appropriate portion size is typically 1/4 to 1/2 cup, which equals about 30 to 60 g, and they can be consumed raw, added to smoothies, or included in salads or yogurt for maximum benefits. The best variety is typically the standard cultivated blackberry. However, wild blackberries may offer higher levels of antioxidants. Blackberries are in season from midsummer to early fall, but they are available frozen year-round. Their high fiber content, about 5 grams of fiber per 100 gram, also supports digestion, promotes gut health, and aids in weight management by increasing feelings of fullness. There are no significant side effects when consuming blackberries, but they can interact with blood-thinning medications because of their vitamin K content, around 14 micrograms per ounce. Blackberries are relatively sustainable compared to many other fruits, as they grow in temperate climates with less water usage. Traditionally, blackberries have been used in herbal medicine for their anti-inflammatory properties and to help manage blood sugar levels and improve heart and kidney health. 4. Kiwi fruit. There's a misconception that kiwi fruit is too high in sugar for diabetics, but it actually has a low glycemic index of 52, making it a safe and beneficial fruit for blood sugar management. 1 ounce, about 28 grams, of kiwi fruit contains approximately 17 calories, 0.4 g of protein, 1.4 g of fiber, and 4 g of carbohydrates, most of which are complex carbs. This fruit is packed with essential nutrients like vitamin C, about 50 milligrams per 100 gram, vitamin K, potassium, and folate, which support immune function, help regulate blood pressure, and promote heart health. Kiwi fruit also contains antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and carotenoid, which help improve insulin sensitivity, regulate blood sugar, and reduce oxidative stress. Research has shown that kiwi fruit can help lower blood pressure, improve lipid profiles, and support digestive health, making it an ideal fruit for diabetes management. For diabetics, an appropriate portion size is typically 1 medium-sized kiwi, about 100 grams, and it is best consumed raw to retain its maximum nutritional value. The most common variety is the green kiwi fruit, but there are also golden kiwis, which are slightly sweeter and have more vitamin C. Kiwi fruit is in season from late fall to early spring, but can be found year-round in many regions. Its high fiber content, about 2.1 grams of fiber per 100 grams, aids digestion, promotes gut health, and supports weight management by increasing feelings of fullness. There are no significant side effects, though people on blood-thinning medications should be cautious, as kiwi fruit contains a small amount of vitamin K. Kiwi fruit is also quite sustainable, with a relatively low water footprint compared to other fruits. Historically, kiwi fruit has been used in traditional medicine for digestive health, boosting the immune system and promoting overall well-being, which makes it a great addition to a diabetic-friendly diet. 5. Mulberries. There's a misconception that are too high in sugar for diabetics, but in reality, they have a low glycemic index of 25, making them a great option for blood sugar control. 1 OCE, about 28 gram, of mulberries contains 43 calories, 1.1 gram of protein, 2.1 g of fiber, and 9.4 gram of carbohydrates, mostly consisting of complex carbs that help stabilize blood sugar. These berries are rich in essential nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin K, and iron, which support immune function, help regulate blood pressure, and boost overall energy. Mulberries are also packed with antioxidants such as resveratrol, anthocyanins, and flavonoids, which help enhance insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and regulate blood sugar levels. Research has shown that mulberries can improve lipid profiles, lower blood pressure, and may even support liver and kidney health, which are especially important for diabetics. For diabetics, an appropriate portion size is about 1/4 to 1/2 cup, roughly 30 to 60 g, and they can be consumed raw, added to smoothies, or sprinkled on salads for maximum benefits. The most common variety is the white mulberry, although red and black mulberries offer slightly higher antioxidant content. Mulberries are in season from late spring to early summer, but can be found dried or frozen year-round. With their high fiber content, mulberries support digestion, gut health, and weight management by promoting fullness and preventing overeating. There are minimal side effects, but as with any fruit, it is wise to consult a healthcare provider if you're on medication, as they can interact with blood-thinning drugs. Mulberries are relatively sustainable, requiring less water than other fruits, and are often grown in temperate climates. Traditionally, mûres have been used in herbal medicine to manage blood sugar levels, support heart health, and reduce inflammation, making them a powerful addition to a diabetes-friendly diet. 6. Oranges. There's a misconception that oranges are too sugary for diabetics, but they actually have a moderate glycemic index of 40 to 45, making them a great fruit for blood sugar control when consumed in moderation. 1 ounce, about 28 grams of orange, contains approximately 16 calories, 0.3 g of protein, 1.5 g of fiber, and 3.5 grams of carbohydrates, most of which are natural sugars and fiber, which help prevent blood sugar spikes. Oranges are rich in essential nutrients like vitamin C, about 70 milligrams per medium-sized orange, folate, potassium, and thiamine, which support immune function, improve heart health, and regulate blood pressure. The antioxidants in oranges, such as flavonoids and carotenoids, help improve insulin sensitivity, regulate blood sugar, and reduce inflammation. Research shows that oranges can lower cholesterol levels, reduce the risk of heart disease, and help in managing diabetes. For diabetics, an appropriate portion size is typically 1 medium-sized orange, and it is best eaten raw or in fresh juice without added sugar to maintain its full nutritional value. The most common variety is the navel orange, though Valencia oranges are often used for juicing due to their sweetness. Oranges are in season during winter and early spring, but can be found year-round. Their high fiber content, about 2.4 grams per 100 grams, supports digestion, gut health, and weight management by increasing feelings of fullness. Oranges can interact with certain medications like statins, so it is important to check with a healthcare provider if you're on cholesterol-lowering drugs. Oranges are relatively sustainable, with a moderate water footprint compared to other fruits, and they've been traditionally used in cultural practices to support digestive health, reduce inflammation, and boost immunity. Their versatility in recipes, from fresh slices to smoothies, salads, and even as a flavoring in savory dishes, makes them an excellent addition to a diabetes-friendly diet. Top 4 worst fruits for diabetics. Now let's talk about the top 4 worst fruits for diabetics. We will also tell you in the end how to use them to make them diabetes-friendly. Pineapples, ripe bananas, mangoes, and grapes are often considered high-sugar fruits, making them less suitable for diabetics. These fruits tend to have a high glycemic index, GI, which means they can cause a sharp spike in blood sugar levels. Pineapple has a GI of around 66. Ripe bananas range from 51 to 62. Mangoes are about 56, and grapes sit around 53. For comparison, a lower GI is generally better for blood sugar management. These fruits also have a higher carbohydrate content, with pineapple providing 17 grams of carbs per 100 grams, bananas offering around 23 grams, mangoes with 15 grams, and grapes around 17 grams per 100 grams. These carbs are mostly simple sugars, which get absorbed quickly into the bloodstream, further raising blood sugar levels. The fiber content is often lower in these fruits compared to others that are better for diabetics, making them less effective at moderating blood sugar spikes. For example, pineapple has around 2.3 g of fiber per 100 g, bananas offer 2.6 g, Mangoes have 1.6 g, and grapes contain 0.9 grams. Fiber helps slow the absorption of sugar, but these fruits just do not provide enough to balance their sugar content. Though they do provide essential vitamins and antioxidants like vitamin C and carotenoids that is helpful, these nutrients are less impactful for blood sugar control compared to the high carbohydrate content. Excessive consumption of these fruits can lead to insulin resistance, making it harder to regulate blood sugar over time. There is also a risk for weight gain if consumed in large quantities because of their calorie content, which can further exacerbate diabetes complications. In terms of fertility, libido, and other health concerns, these fruits are not typically linked directly to major negative effects, but their impact on weight and insulin sensitivity can affect overall health, including kidney and heart health over the long term. Research also supports that high GI fruits like these can contribute to increased blood sugar fluctuations, making diabetes harder to manage. These fruits might interact with diabetes medications. For example, the high sugar content in these fruits could make insulin or oral diabetes medications less effective or require more medication adjustments. While they are generally safe in small quantities, eating them in excess could pose a risk. Sustainability-wise, fruits like mangoes and pineapples often require more water and resources than local low GI fruits, and their importation can have a significant environmental impact. Traditional uses of these fruits for medicinal purposes often highlight their high sugar content, which is not ideal for diabetic management. To make fruits like pineapple, bananas, mangoes, and grapes more diabetes-friendly, focus on moderation, pairing with fiber or protein, and using preparation methods to reduce their glycemic impact. Keep portions small, such as 1 QU of a mango, a small handful of grapes, about 10 to 12, or 1/2 of a banana, to prevent blood sugar spikes. Pair these fruits with protein or healthy fats like peanut butter, almond butter, Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts, which slow digestion and help manage blood sugar levels. Additionally, combining them with fiber-rich foods like whole grains, e.g. oats or chia seeds, or leafy greens, e.g. spinach, kale, helps slow sugar absorption. Opt for frozen fruits like grapes or mango chunks for a refreshing snack that digests more slowly, and blend frozen fruits into smoothies with unsweetened almond milk or yogurt. Avoid fruit juices and canned versions with added sugars and stick to fresh or frozen fruits as juicing removes fiber. Use small amounts of fruit as toppings or garnishes for dishes. Add pineapple chunks or mango slices to Greek yogurt or salads for flavor without excessive sugar. Grilling or baking fruits like mangoes or pineapples can lower their glycemic load, as cooking changes sugar structures and slows digestion. Use small doses of fruits in desserts such as banana slices or pineapple chunks in chia pudding or protein pancakes for sweetness without a large glycemic impact. Eating slightly under bananas and firmer mangoes reduces sugar content, so aim for fruits that are less ripe. By making these adjustments, you can enjoy these fruits while keeping their impact on blood sugar levels in check through moderation, strategic pairing, and mindful preparation.